Hello and welcome to our coverage of the WNBA on 2K Sports. And tonight we've got the Los Angeles Sparks playing against the Las Vegas Aces. Here with Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and it's good to have you with us. Let's get these WNBA playoffs going with the quarterfinals. Game 1. It's the top seed hosting the 8th seed. Any chance for a major upset here, guys?
Personally, I doubt it. I mean, this 1 seed has dominated all season long. I think they're the team to beat in these playoffs, but remember, it's just a 3-game series, so some serious variance in play.
Las Vegas will get the first possession. Kicks it out to Wilson. Jacks up a 3. 1 up, 1 down. She makes her first shot in this game.
A complex offensive game makes Wilson so difficult to defend. Coaches must have a hard time game planning against her.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Brink. Just 5 on the clock. Julie Van Loo for 3. Wilson with it. Inside. Guarded by Jackson. Jackson with the steal. 3-pointer Kelsey Plum. The rebound by A'ja Wilson. Now the Aces with it. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Very clever passing. She put that ball on a silver platter for her.
Jackson outside. Hamby. And A'ja Wilson with the block.
Incredible timing by Wilson. Of course, she's 6'4", that helps, but her defensive IQ also helps her deny opponents too.
That's just run-of-the-mill for her. She's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Outside Plum. Jackson outside. Wilson with the steal. Pass break, Las Vegas. Pass to Gray. Using the post move to get the 2 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic, and it's a big part of why they've been able to get good looks.
Absolutely, the defense unable to react quickly enough to deal with their passing.
To the paint. Shot's good by Smith.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it seems like it's come from inside the paint. Buckle up on defense.
Yeah, it's time to collapse down and make them shoot jumpers.
Now here's Hamby. And that one drops for her.
Never a bad idea to get it to Hamby inside. She's almost automatic from there.
The Aces with the lead. Guarded by Jackson. Pass to Smith. To the inside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And now we see them really working it inside.
Yeah, getting quality looks around the rim. That's fueling this run.
Now here's Van Loo. Outside Plum. With some arc. And it's blocked by A'ja Wilson. Pass to Gray. The tray. It's hauled in by the Sparks. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. To the middle. Here's Hamby. Hits the jump hook.
Her shooting percentage is through the roof right now. What a great start to this game.
Here's Las Vegas. Brink covering. Pass to Wilson. Outside Young. Sinks the 3-pointer.
And their offense already flowing. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
They're getting great looks, and they're capitalizing. You know, they have to be pleased with this start offensively.
Now here's Hamby. Good on the bucket.
Assist goes to Jackson.
Now here's Gray. Pass to Wilson. Down low. Guarded by Jackson. Here's Smith. That's her second shot and her second basket. My math says that's 2 for 2.
Of their last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is smash mouth basketball, guys.
Yeah, they're really imposing their will offensively and getting exactly the kind of looks they want. You know, typically she has the touch to finish when she's in that tight. Not sure what happened there.
Young shot's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop every time down. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Or at least some fight.
Pass to Hamby. And Asia Wilson with the block. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Aces ahead. They lead by 14. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And welcome back. It's been all one-way traffic through the first as the second quarter gets underway. And a comfortable margin for the Aces here, guys.
I mean, this has looked like a volleyball game for them with all those first quarter blocks.
I mean, I'll say, though, that's a lot of side outs for them, the way they've swatted shots away. I mean, that shot just becomes effortless for her when the defense is so relaxed like that.
Lloyd, no good.
Well, with a clear look at the basket, she doesn't really miss a lot of those.
To the middle. The lead pass was put in just the right spot to produce the layup.
Well, they're starting to come on here in the second.
Yeah, their offense looking much better. They're trying to make up some ground.
On the wing, Jewel Lloyd. Back to Gray. Lets the 3 fly. Stevens grabs the board. The Sparks trailing. There's a screen by Stevens. Here's Cannon. It's hauled in by the Aces.
Great defense right there to prevent one of the best finishers in the league from converting in close.
The Aces with another miss. Pass to Lamont. There's a screen. To the wing on the left. Here's Burrell. No good with the triple. Here's Lloyd. It's not going to go for her.
Well, it wasn't a block officially, but it might as well been. She really affected that shot.
Yeah, it was clearly her defense that threw her off there.
And she gets the bucket.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
Pass to Lloyd. The 3 is up. Yes! Great play by Chelsea Gray to set it up.
Well, Lloyd loves to punish teams from downtown. She'll take that shot whenever she can.
The Sparks call timeout. Making a switch here. And the Sparks with possession here. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Kelsey Plum from outside. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
After starting the game off pretty slow, they've really come to life here.
Yeah, they're putting it together. Still trailing, though, but their offense, it's gaining some traction.
Young, she's guarded by Plum. Got it. He's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Just a huge hole in the defense, and she didn't waste any time going through it.
Now the Sparks with it. Trailing by 10. Outside Plum. Passed Alema. Brink. Hamby up top. Shoots over Parker Tyus. And no good trying to use the glass. Gray outside. Now here's Wilson. Brink covering. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Both teams will make substitutions. And in this second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Pass to Vanloo. From outside the arc. The rebound by Asia Wilson. Outside Young. And she banks in the layup.
She's been one of their more reliable options today, and it's her shooting that has given them this lead.
Outside Plum. To the inside. It's stolen by Parker Tyus. Young shot's good.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Everybody always thinks it's passing that gets you assists, but also their movement off the ball, it's created those opportunities.
Stevens, that's good.
Well, this is what you get with Stevens, right? A go-getter who wants to make an impact.
Pass to Parker Tyus. And here's Young. Here's Wilson. She's guarded by Stevens. Wilson no good. And here are the Sparks now. A 12-point game. 3 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Stevens, the basket drops, and she gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up for her.
At the line for the away team, Azure Stevens. 1 shot.
You know, as good as Stevens is inside, she breaks the mold of your typical WNBA big. She can stretch a defense as good as anyone.
Jackson with the steal. To the left wing, 3-pointer Kelsey Plum.
Even though she's little compared to the bigger players on the floor, she's done some tall work on the boards.
And so, that's the end of the first half. Aces ahead, leading by 9. Hold tight, we've got more basketball action headed your way. The third quarter about to get underway here. I mean, good, solid game by Hamby.
What an opening half of basketball she played with so much riding on this game. She came out and took immediate control.
And that's part of what makes her so great. You know, in big games, she lays it all out there. She loves games where everyone is watching, and you can see why.
Here's Plum. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
The intensity of Hamby, great at going up strong, forcing the issue.
At the line for the away team, Two shots.
Shooting two.
That free throw missing.
You can trust Erica Hamby to deliver all-out effort on the floor. She really puts in the work to make the most of her minutes, and she can be a difference maker for this team.
And she's good on the second. The Aces leading. Smith, ring covering. To the paint. And the shot goes in.
They're beginning to just fall apart defensively, especially on the interior.
Yeah, they're crumbling like a cookie right now, and that's 4 straight field goals they've allowed from within touching distance of the rim.
She can't get anything to drop, and the way she's going, it's probably not something to try to shoot her way out of.
And I'm sure her teammates would agree with that. You know, the last thing they want to see her doing is shooting it more.
And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Pass to Van Loo. Launches it. The rebound by Asia Wilson.
You got to give them credit for the job they've done on the boards.
Well, guys, they've done a lot of things well, but their rebounding is right at the top of the list.
It's in. Basket number 6 for her thus far. She has missed only 2 shots from the floor.
4 of their last 5 makes came off a high-quality shot inside.
And that's right out of the textbook. They are having their way down low right now.
Now here's Plum. Quiet so far offensively, searching for her first points of the game.
Oh, man, she is so good at making those lead passes.
Guarded by Jackson. Outside Young, and there's the 3-second violation. Here's Plum. Outside Brink. Pass to Jackson. Off target with the 3.
It can be so deflating to miss a wide open look like that.
Outside Young. Inside. And so she draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line with 2. That one goes on Jackson.
Well, the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs there.
Something you struggled with in your career, Tim, but definitely saved the layup with that foul. She's going to have to earn them at the line.
First free throw is good. And good on the second, so she makes both. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. They're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They got to score.
Buries the long-range jumper.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there. She was all alone for that shot. I mean, that's like a warm-up jumper.
Now here's Young. She has 7. Wilson outside. Gray. 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. Brink grabs the miss. Now Plum. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Over Gray. Plum can't hit.
This has been a brutal day for her. He still has not made 1 shot. Not a single one. No wonder they're struggling.
Here's Cannon. Pass to Plum. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Hamby misses. Wilson outside. It falls for her 7th bucket of the contest. She's 7 for 9 today.
She's carrying a lot of the load offensively, and normally that's good news for them.
The Sparks call timeout.
Well, the coach needs to get them back into a flow offensively. Things have slowed down, and they're starting kind of to force their shots.
Yeah, things have snowballed on them here. You know, the misses just started piling up. I like this timeout to sort of calm down the team and get reset.
Salima still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Pass to Stevens. Again, the miss by the Sparks. Wilson sets a screen. Shot's good by Bell.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to the test.
You want to see more effort there.
Now Cannon. Pass to Burrell. And here is Stevens. She's guarded by Wilson. Stevens in the post. Working on Wilson. The shot by Stevens. No good. Lloyd with the 3. Good, and it's Chelsea Gray who picks up the assist.
It's been all one-way traffic here. They've really been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get.
It just keeps increasing.
Stevens. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. 2 quarters to play in the books. This one's all but over already. The Aces on top, just dominating this one. And coming up as soon as we return from the break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And thanks again for joining us. We'll see what happens in the 4th. On the wing, Jewel Lloyd. To the paint. And out of bounds, the Sparks will take it.
There's no excuse for that turnover. That's just a straightforward pass gone wrong.
Now here's Alaman, covered by Lloyd. And the call will go against Jewel Lloyd. That's her first foul. Burrell. It's stolen by Jackie Young.
They have owned this game, and they're not backing off. They're keeping up the pressure with their D.
One aspect of their play today that's been far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow, it can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown tonight.
Here's Burrell. Pass to Cannon. Stevens, covered by Gustafson. Stevens, that's good.
Stevens can score from anywhere, but on the interior is where the defense really has to worry about her.
Arthur Tyus with it. Hamby on her. And she gets it to go.
They need to get way more disruptive defensively. They just can't keep allowing these easy buckets. Get a little physical. Show some effort.
Defensively, that's job number one. Effort, nothing easy inside.
Now here's Hamby. 6 on the shot clock. Out to the wing. From downtown. Shot's good by Cannon.
That's what has to happen if they're going to turn this one around. She has to take charge. She's been a little hesitant to pull the trigger. I don't know why.
And the Aces call time here. Sparks will go for a different look here. And this could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
What a performance it's been.
Smith left side to the inside. Rebound by the Sparks. Van Loo on the wing. Pass to Plum. Puts up a 3. And that one comes off the assist by Van Loo.
And this is the mindset Plum has to possess, because when she buries quick shots, it gets her going.
Now here's Smith. Here's Wilson. Parked down low that time and got hit with the 3-second call. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Jackson outside. Hamby, pass to Van Loo. Here's Jackson. Hamby, she's guarded by Wilson. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Plum. Another 3 for the Sparks.
The sweet lefty stroke of Kelsey Plum, dialed in from distance.
And they can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Give themselves a little bit of a break.
To the middle. Out to Gray. Wilson outside. Young. Pass to Smith. And there's a shot clock violation. Couldn't get it off in time. And the Sparks with possession here. Here in the fourth, they've only allowed just 4 points. Hamby with the ball. And it's Wilson picking her up. Stolen by Chelsea Gray. Down low, trying to get back on track. Jackson pulls it in. And here are the Sparks now, trailing by 13. Here's Hamby. And that one goes in as she's fouled. It'll be 3 points if she can convert the free throw. One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
As well as she shot in the last quarter, it's been another story in this quarter. She just can't get anything to fall for her.
To the middle. Good work defensively, Rakia Jackson.
Their comeback hopes are out the window. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, out the window, and the window has been closed. It's a done deal at this point.
Let's get home.
Pass to Smith. Wilson. And she was camped there in the lane, and she gets a 3-second call.
Substitution on the court.
So it's the Aces winning this one easily. And that'll wrap it up.
Los Angeles, 31. Thank you for coming out and supporting your team. Please take care to get home safely, and we'll see you at the next event.
Congrats on winning Rookie of the Year. That's awesome. This was one of the tightest votes in league history. What do you think was a difference maker to voters when it came to selecting between you and Paige Beckers?
You know, I said it on draft night. Fit matters so much to development, and I would not be here without this organization, without these coaches, without my teammates.
Yeah.
Despite this win for me personally, success is not always linear. There have been ups and downs that y'all haven't seen, and I can't tell you how many times I've been picked up by those in my circle. And as for Paige, you know, this is just one tick in my column. We're going to be pushing each other to be better for the next decade.
Yeah.
And I know that this will just make her even hungrier. And like you said, it could have gone either way. And I'm just thrilled to be able to come away with this hardware tonight.
Yeah. Well, with this hardware, you actually joined an exclusive club of WNBA players. Has anyone reached out to you yet?
You know, one of the main things that I've learned my rookie year is that Stewie will always know things before I do. Always. She was in my phone with all her emojis like 10 minutes before I even found out.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I heard, you know, from a couple people. Michaela Onyenwere sent me a super sweet message. She's always showing love.
That's awesome. Have you already started thinking about what you're going to work on this offseason to build off your success?
This season has been such a whirlwind, you know, from the draft to the training camp to the long season. There's just been absolutely no let up. And honestly, I think the best thing for me right now would be to take a vacation. No scouts, no drills, no ball, just a mental reset for a couple weeks so I can just be fully refreshed when it's time to, you know, lock back in again.
There we go. You earned it. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're now part of an elite group of players who've won MVP. What was your mindset heading into this season, and was that one of your goals?
I think every player in the WNBA wants to win MVP. It's definitely something to strive for sure. I don't think I started the season with that as my focus, but I knew I was ready to make that next step. I worked hard in the off season, and I felt good about my game.
There's only a handful of players with multiple MVPs. What does it take to do it more than once?
It takes everything. Yeah, I mean, Diana Taurasi might go down as the GOAT, and she's only got one. Tamika Catchings as well. It's hard to do, so I'm going to enjoy this one for now and see what happens.
What was the first reaction you had when you found out?
I laughed. Not because I thought it was funny. I just didn't know what to say. Winning MVP has just always been a dream of mine. So when they told me, I just couldn't stop laughing and smiling. The video should be on social media somewhere.